This video is dedicated to all the men and women that have served the United States Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. We thank you for your service. Wheelers for the Wounded of Colorado is dedicated to providing events that takes our wounded service members from all conflicts, past and present, on an adventurous weekend in the great outdoors. Wheelers for the Wounded of Colorado provides opportunities to ride along in some of the coolest off-road vehicles on some of the nation's most beautiful trails. From the banks of Turquoise Lake in Leadville, Colorado, this is Warriors to Wheelers 2018. The format of the weekend is simple. Friday, you show up, you set up camp, and you relax. Saturday, we wheel. Sunday, we break down camp. Now, with a camp full of vets, you can guarantee there's going to be some crazy moments.
What's going on? The eagle has landed. He's ready to fly. Not a blue falcon, don't worry. It's littering.
Where's your what the fuck is that thing at, dude?
It was right over there.
All right, so we're gonna kick off with the national anthem. If any of you want to kneel, get your ass out of here now. If anyone want to pull a Colin Kaepernick, you can go see Jared afterwards. He'll kick your ass. So thank you all for being here. So gentlemen, remove your hats. We got the flag right here. So go ahead, thanks, Adam.
After the national anthem, John addressed the group and explained the missing man table, also known as the fallen comrade table. This is a place of honor, set up in military dining facilities of the U.S. Armed Forces and during occasions such as service branch birthday balls, in memory of fallen, missing, or imprisoned military service members. The table serves as a focal point of ceremonial remembrance. In recent years, the ceremony has been frequently performed in conjunction with Veterans Day and Memorial Day services.
How you doing? My name's Dusty Rhodes. I'm a Vietnam veteran, served 14 months at 68, 69. Was an E5, did communications attached to the 101st, 3rd of the 506. And I'm here with these Jeep guys and just having a ball. And I gotta say, it's the first time anybody's done anything for me that didn't know me since I come home from Nam, and it's awful humbling. So I appreciate it tremendously, and I'm having a lot of fun.
With the opening ceremony wrapped up, the volunteer staff started to prepare dinner for the group. I tried to talk to some of the vets on camera, but having a veteran open up to you on camera is a bit difficult. And then I figured out why.
Chip Reed from MSNBC had chased us down for about a week, and we were the first push through, and all we'd heard was the horror stories about the media involved in the military, and we legitimately hid from this guy. Well, one day we went down to get chow and water for the rest of the Marines in our section, and he finally confronted us. And he'd come up asking, hey, I just want to talk to your guys. There's no misconstrued nothing. I'm going to ask them real blatant questions. They get to answer, and that's what's going on TV. And I told the guy, I said, okay, if you want this to be your last interview, it'll be anything other than what you just, depicted. And I let him go. And much to my, misinformation, it was actually a very good presentation, and it did air on MSNBC. My folks got to see it in Michigan, but yeah, we hid from that guy for like 2 weeks because everything we'd been taught was stay away from the media. And then about a week later, we had a British reporter from BBC that was with us. The first day we met contact, we were ambushed, and I'd called over the headset telling the guys to quit running their mouths because we hit a swarm of bees, and because that's what it sounded like. And I had a guy 2 trucks down was like, no, that's not bees. I'm like, oh yeah, listen to it, it's humming by. And he goes, no, close your mouth and look to the right. And I looked at the berm, it was all these nickel flashes. They were shooting at us. We're all up there in the turrets laughing as we start locking and loading guns. The BBC reporter, as soon as we stopped, got out and started walking back the other way. He said we were crazier than 10 barrels of shit and he didn't want to ride with us anymore. He goes, combat's not funny, and these guys are out there laughing. That's just how we knew how to deal with it. But so yeah, that was my introduction to interviews as a military member.
All right, so this is your second year at this event.
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing between last year and this year.
Well, the biggest thing for me was I actually joined Wheelers for the Wounded as their veteran spokesperson and on the board now. So I spend a lot of time at our other events throughout the year, fundraising, getting the word out for what we do, getting new guys to come up. I've got at least one guy here that I got to come up here with us. Since the last time I was here, I finished grad school and been on the job hunt, really. So other than trying to find a job in as surprising as it's a library, just been trying to work and then doing what I can to help Wheelers for the Wounded just get better and better.
What did last year's event do for you in the sense of reaching out to others?
Well, it's at times extremely difficult for veterans to find other veterans. And then even within the veteran community, it's even more difficult to find combat veterans. So I'm fortunate that I have the buddy that I got to come up with us. He's a combat vet. So for us to be able to get together specifically with other combat vets, with Purple Heart recipients, and to share those bonds, because even if we've never met, we have that shared brotherhood of combat. And so it was just nice to be able to share those stories. I mean, last year we had laughs, we had tears, we had everything, everything on the emotional spectrum, and it was great because sometimes the only way you can share those feelings and the things that you have going on with you is with someone who understands. And I think that's probably the greatest thing that we do here with Wheelers, is the ability to connect with each other and share what's going on with us.
The sun was setting on our first day. Dinner was being served, and the campfire was lit. And for all the Marines in attendance, a crayon cake. One of my favorite parts of this event is the nightly campfires. A bunch of veterans sitting around a campfire, telling stories, telling jokes, with some drinks. It really doesn't get any better than that.
Come on, somebody's got to have more than 4 children.
What are you trying to make, a fucking soccer team?
Well, we could go back to my camper and I'd show you, but
That's just fucking weird.
As we turned in for the night, we prepared for an expected overnight low of 29 degrees. The generators were turned on, and we hoped they would run all night and into the morning.
Hey guys, we're here at 2018 Wheelers for the Wounded. We're gonna go and do Holy Cross this morning. Last night was cold. Generator shut off about 3 o'clock, killed all the heaters, and we had to grab jackets, hats, sweatpants. Gabe kept his shoes on. We got breakfast rolling in soon. Got a little convoy down at the fire, and we are ready to burn some of these nipples off these beautiful Patagonia MTs.
All right, so we are here at the sort of the trailhead of Holy Cross, one of the 10 most epic trails in the U.S. It's been rated by Four Wheel Magazine or something like that. We're going to be taking our Purple Heart and Combat vets on this beautiful trail, just so they can experience the off-road backcountry portions of Colorado. So it should be an epic time. We're going to get up to the top there, take some group pictures, some beautiful scenery. Hope these guys have a good time.
I'm ready.
Have you run this trail before?
Yeah. It's one of the best trails I've been on. Nice. We'll see what we got today.
He's got 2 airbags in the back, one on each side.
Sunday. Time to pack up and say goodbye. This was my last chance to talk to some of the guys, and I was lucky enough to have them talk to me on camera.
Oh man, this weekend was incredible. The weather turned out beautiful, which we were a little worried about, but it turned out to be a great run. Sunny days, fun all around. Got to go play on Cleveland Rock, which was exciting. Wait for the video to come out on that one. The guys were awesome. I was so appreciative of what we were doing. Man, I just can't say enough about the people that came out. The drivers were incredible. Film crew was incredible. The support staff was absolutely awesome with all the food. The vets, man, that's where it's at. They were the best.
I guess the best way to put it is you take an opportunity to bring a bunch of folks that typically travel through life after their time in service, thinking that it's not on us to say something about our hardships, or we may not always reach out. So bringing all these guys together of like mind and doing something like we did yesterday, teaching us that there's something out there we can focus on other than what typically gets in our head, I think is pretty impressive. That you could see the military mindset around here with how everything's worked. I mean, from the preparation of meals to looking after one another. I'd say it was pretty impressive. You don't see somebody with the ability to do this too often and then make it work successfully. to get in and out of the trails yesterday. No injuries. Everybody was out helping everybody, and it's pretty neat. So
I tell you, this weekend means so much to me. It's unreal. Haven't had a lot of interaction with other vets, and I've enjoyed it tremendously. And this Jeep-in was way more than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be driving down gravel roads and stuff, but fabulous weekend. I got treated so wonderful. It's unreal, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm Quentin, served 4 years in the Marine Corps. Actually got to go out with the Wheelers, and it was awesome. I got my heart pumping again, got my adrenaline pumping, and it gave me some life back, and I really enjoyed it, and I appreciate it. And y'all family now, and I'll always help y'all.
My name's Cody Williard. I'm from Iowa, served in the United States Marine Corps. This weekend has probably been one of the best weekends I ever had. We get to be out there with a bunch of good men and women, brothers, sisters, get to do all kinds of stuff. Go up into the mountains, go off-roading. Probably one of the best times I ever had. Get to see amazing wildlife, moose, anything. Best food. The people that come out here and fix the food for us, they're great folks. Nothing but a great time and great memories. Hopefully maybe we can get to do this again, because I had probably one of the best weekends of my life.
Hi, my name's Abby Metz, and I was in the Marine Corps from 2001 to 2009. This weekend was freaking amazing. Like, I was at first a little nervous, a little scared. I love to off-road, but I just didn't know what to expect here. But I would do this again in a heartbeat. I mean, the people are amazing, the trail was amazing. Just overall, getting back together with vets, amazing. I would recommend this to other vets for sure. So thank you to Wheelers for the Wounded of Colorado for having me.
My name's Wyatt McAllister, served in the Army, and then got out, and then went back into the Air Force, and then eventually was medically retired from there. And this weekend was awesome. I learned how to do a pirouette on my spare tire. Got to check it out.
Matt Owens, Army. The weekend was nice. It was nice getting out, getting in the wilderness, doing a little iffy maneuvers, and just, it was nice. It really was, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to come out here and grab some images and stuff like that. So it's well worth it. Well worth it.
My name is Jason Pack. I was in the Army for 20 years. I can't even put it into words. Absolutely amazing. Being around the other vets have been just outstanding, and hopefully I can do it next year.
So Michael, United States Army. I'm from Littleton, Colorado. Summarizing this weekend, it was, I'm not into Jeeps, I'm not into four-wheeling. Like I said, probably before I got into service, 05-ish, all the way to the early 90s, I used to go with buddies that had Jeeps or whatever, and we go four-wheeling. So I've had that experience, but coming up here with people that you have something in common with, veterans, disabled, Purple Hearts, guys that this weekend has a meaning for. So, coming up here and seeing all the different type of Jeeps, that was cool, because you got to see some diesel, you got to see some more dune buggy looking, you got to see the traditional, whatever. I don't even know the names of certain Jeeps, but just having that, and then making a connection with all the veterans that were up here, and we all have a story to tell. We all have just that common bond of what we did in service. And once we got up on the hill, I hung out with Gabe, I hung out with my driver, John, and each part that we kept going up, I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember this. I remember the feeling. And then as you got toward the steep part where I was with Gabe was pretty cool, because once you can go over a rock face like that and then get up on the top, you're trying to accomplish something, you're trying to overcome something. We're all up there maybe with anxiety or whatever, we just don't feel well, a lot of us are hurting, but I think just pulling together as a team and doing things and taking pictures and getting involved and watching everybody go up each rock face or trying to get through an obstacle, that was pretty cool. So a lot of team building, a lot of camaraderie, talking, a lot of good food, a lot of great times around the campfire. We just everybody has that humility, and we sit there and we listen to a veteran's story, or we joke around or we do whatever, and that's what the weekend summarized for me.
My name is John. I currently live in Pueblo West, born and raised in the Bronx, New York. I am retired United States Army. I served for 11 years, 3 deployments, and this is my first time as a driver/veteran, and it was an awesome weekend. I had a blast. Everybody, I couldn't have asked for a better weekend. I can't put it into words. It's just amazing. This is something I love from my heart, and I Jeep, and I do things like this, and I love giving back to the community, and this is something that not just for veterans, but the civilians out there watching too. I mean, jump on, get on the internet. If you got rigs, contact this organization. And, if you want to donate your time to put a veteran on the trail, I mean, these guys, we have first timers. It was amazing. I mean, watch a video, you'll see it's amazing. So thank you.
Chuck Converse. I served in the Air Force for a total of 7 years. This weekend was amazing. I had no expectations of what I was really coming into. Met Cody on the way out here, and we hit it off. Had a blast. Scared the crap out of myself. He didn't get scared at all. He thought it was the best weekend ever, and I absolutely cannot wait to do it again next year. It's amazing. So I'm stoked. It's a great weekend.
Nearly all men can stand adversity. But if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Abraham Lincoln. On behalf of everyone at Craw 5280, we thank you for your service. To learn more, volunteer, donate, or join Wheelers for the Wounded of Colorado, visit them on the web, wheelersforthewoundedofcolorado.com.